I think about the ADT and all the people who came before and all the people who will come after. I think about everyone who served out in the military and was punished for it. I think about all the people and generations hence that will have to. And so instead of giving you my own speech, I've decided to read the words of someone else who lived through such a period and who lived in the closet for a long time. He could have been a security risk to his country, he could have committed suicide, but he thrived and overcame it. I read to you now from the words of a Damien Martin. I went to school for 6 years, became a navigator, and flew in Korea, the Far East, and here in my country. I was sexually active the whole time. I was careful, though. This was the McCarthy period, and if you even associated with someone being gay or were seen going near a gay place, you'd be kicked out. One time they had a big lecture about sexuality. They talked about homosexuality and security risks. I said to myself, suppose somebody came up to you and said, betray the secrets of your country or I will turn you in for being a faggot. I asked myself, what would I do in that situation? And I am afraid the answer was that I would go to the FBI. I remember thinking that it would be terribly embarrassing and I'd hate it. But I wouldn't do anything like betray the secrets of my country. When I think about the orgies that we used to go on in the Air Force bases, it's a wonder more people weren't caught. There was always this underground. People knew. There were codes. I very seldom did anything people were likely to know me as being gay for. I would go away to areas where people weren't likely to know me. I had rules like I would never approach somebody I was interested in. I would wait until somebody was interested in me and approached me, which didn't always work because I was so afraid. You have to understand that I was in the middle of some of the worst anti-gay purges the Air Force has ever known. I remember in the early 1950s at Keesler Air Force Base in Biloxi, Mississippi, there was a purge where people were committing suicide. The Air Force finally had to stop because people were turning people in just to get revenge for one thing or another. It's a little hard to comprehend the mentality of that time. And as I think about those words, and about to everyone who doesn't have to live as a security risk to their country, or with the fear and mental anguish, or for people who can come out now, I'm so finally glad that we've come to our senses.